Welcome all. In this session, I would like to discuss about a cloud environment which is provided by the Google, that is GAE, Google App Engine. So this is a public code. As I said in the earlier, that is a previous session, there are some offerings which are given by the Google, which are the past one. That is, the Google is offer. That is, Google's App Engine will offer past platform. That is, platform as a service platform which supports various clouds and web applications here. So these are the things I am going to cover in this session. So first I will discuss about what is the infrastructure, what we are using, how it is like the Google infrastructure, cloud infrastructure, and what could be the architecture of a Google App Engine. And after that, what are the modules of GAE? And at last, I am discussing about some applications which are used by these GAE. So first, before going to in detail about this thing, we have some clear thing, that is how it is Google how launching all these things. What is how it is processing and what are the advantages we are getting to this one. So when we discuss about the Google, if we say that is the largest search engine, means it provides large search engine facilities also. Apart from this, what it is doing is it is also providing a data center design and programming models which are novel, which also using, that is providing some applications which are developed earlier, which are used by us. Some of the applications are MapReduce and Chubby is there, and also we are using some Google document. All these are specified. So, what makes GAE is completely supporting the pass here. So if you take Gmail and the document support, what it is doing, or means for example it is providing any sheets or anything like that, it is providing the software as a service there. So if we discuss this GAE, it is completely offering the platform as a service model, and it is leveraging many thing data centers what you are having processing all these things. So if you come to the data centers here, the Google, what you are mentioned is the Google has more than 460,000 servers worldwide. So if you take an example, if you're for example in a cloud application is running, means if any cloud application is running, so what it measures is how many Google data centers are used. So we are having a presentation example is 200 Google data centers are used at one time to for run a number of cloud applications here. So how it is going to store the data? The data will be in the form of text, images, videos, and any type of representations it is allowed here. So coming to the Google Cloud infrastructure, so if we are providing these, how we are accessing this cloud, or what is the importance of this Google Cloud is, there is supporting large number of data centers here. So large number of data centers means the usage of the cloud means that the cloud development or the cloud environment could be in a leveraging model only. So if we are taking any services provided by the Google, that is Gmail, Google Docs, or Google Earth, any applications. So what it does here, whatever it is providing, these applications has to support a large number of users simultaneously, because many users can access the Gmail at one time, and then next anyone can access the Google Docs at the anything. Means what it has to do is now it has to provide the services there itself, and also allows an user and also multi-users, multi-tenants to access the services of this Google. And also we are having some technologies which are having such type of achievements is, that is Google GFS, Google file system, MapReduce, Bigtable, and Chubby. These are some different examples we are having to process all these things. So coming to this GAE, when it is announced or when it is came into existence is in 2008. So here in 2008, the Google announced this web application platform And then what this application platform will become a common platform for small cloud service providers. Means and it is also specializing in supporting some scalable web application. Means scalable means we can reduce the size of that one, or we can increase the size of what one. Based on that one, the means the thing will increase, or the scale in and scale out will be included. And this also enables the users to run their applications on their large number of data centers which are associated with Google search engine operations, what it is providing here. In coming to the architecture, this is the general architecture of that one, which includes the major building blocks of Google cloud platform. So these major building blocks are used for delivering the cloud services, which are means what has said services which are mentioned earlier are being used, or it has been means served by these major building blocks what we are using here. So these are some noted GF. If you are providing GFS master is there. So this one is used for storing large amounts of the data. And you go for a Chubby. What it is a Chubby is used for distributed applications, which are log services what you are providing here. And if you go for the map reduce, so map reduce job is there. What the map reduce is doing it is used for the application program development what you are providing. And there are also big table server is there. So the big table what you are using is it is offering access of the structured data. So these are the some technologies what you are using here. So how an user can interact? So the cloud is providing scheduler, it is having some nodes, Chubby, GF master is there, and these masters and these are completely means these servers are accessing these big table server, and all these things are there. So how these things are being provided by these provided, that is Google, has been used by the user. So here an user can interact with this type of the Google applications through web interface by any application. Means you can use any application through web interface, you can interact. So if any third party is there, if any third party application provider is there, so they can also use this GAE to build these cloud applications or provide their services into that thing. So if these things are considered, these applications what we are under these we are included into this cloud environment will run in data centers which are under tight management of the Google engineers. We are inside. If you consider what are the data center, if you are considering an a data center, inside each data center there are thousands of the servers which will form the clusters here, different clusters. So by using this, if you are choosing the cluster environment, what it is doing is, if you are choosing environment which is alike to your cluster only, you will go for that one and you can access the data center what you are having there. And also means it is also providing some fundamental services also, which is private and on the outside users what you are, so we can't use all these things. Means the Google infrastructure what it is doing is it can't allowing to build their own service. Means it is providing the service you can use, it is not allowing anyone to provide to use their infrastructure to build their own service also. So here the building blocks, means the building blocks of the Google cloud computing application what we are using is including GFS master also what you have seen. So here the map reduce what you are providing, or any Chubby big table what you are providing, what they are doing is nothing but they are accessing like these things and processing the things to take the means the infrastructure what you are providing and access the services what you are means provided by all these things here. So we, as I said, there is a cluster representation, because means they are using thousands of servers here. These servers are completely processed, or the completely means mixed up with a different clusters here. So a cluster configuration is also running on these that is services what we are providing, and also some any extra services or extra ones are provided. Means if you are using this four representations are there, that is MapReduce, Bigtable and GFS, they won't use any, they want is extra services there. Means because there is no any, I mean what you are doing, they are storing the data and it is accessing structured data and it is providing application development environment. Here there is no extra services. When coming to the chubby one, so here it is taking some distributed logs here. So for that one, we need to maintain some extra services for these chirping, so that also be provided here. How it is going to run an user program here is, these GAE runs these user programs or any programs what is given by you on these Google infrastructure only. So if it is a, means if you are considering a platform if which is running on the third party program, the application developers who have developed these third party programs have no need to worry about all these things, because there is no need to maintain the servers here. So there is no your usage of the another service by the user side. So what they do here is simply will take the things what you are having and take the several combination of these software components, and then what it is do is it is taking the program of the user and it running these things at its end, not allowing the users to take its end and to has to run like that. So if any application is application framework that is specified, what could be the front end, means it could be means any application that is similar to web application framework what you are using, that is ASP, J2EE, JSP, anything, any representation, anything what you are relevant to that one would be allowed here. So if you are writing any program, the program has to choose the some programming languages also. It is providing the environment to interact with this one by using the web application, and it is also providing the environment to access your programming. So to write the programming, what it is giving is it is taking the Python and the Java environments to the users. That is, you can choose any of this thing and you can access, mostly it is using Python only. So here we are also example, that is a Google Colab is there. So you do no need to install any representations here. So what we need to do here is we need to take the to the Google Colab. It is already having representations here. What you have to do is nothing but we need to import that thing, import into your programming environment, that is into your notebook here, and then next you will access the programs and write the programs. Likewise, it is GAE also providing some environments like that. So the applications what you are running, that is after writing the program you have to run the application. So to after writing means we need to use some application containers also. So here we are also having some similar web application containers in GAE environment, which could be used for run the applications what you are sent by them. So here the front end what you are providing here can be used as dynamic web serving infrastructure, which provides the complete support or the full support for the common technologies what you are using. So this is the introduction, or this is this glimpse of the Google App Engine architecture what you are having. And then next, what are the functional modules we are using here? So it is comprises of 5 major components here. So because it is not completely a infrastructure one, because it is a platform based one. So what it is choosing is it is means it is providing some applications based, that is a platform based environment to the users here. So what are the components we are using in this one are 5 components, which is the data store, application runtime, SDK, administration console, GAE, web service infrastructure. So here the first one, it offers object-oriented and distributed, structured, and some unstructured, if you are mentioning some unstructured also, what it is providing all the data storage services which is based on the big table techniques what you are specifying here. So here we need to take some data management operations also to store or to secure the data here. So the work of this data store is to secure the data, which is the object oriented one, distributed one, structured one, or sometimes we are providing unstructured also, it could be used here. Coming to the second one, ARE, there is application run environment. What it is doing is it is offering a platform for scalable web programming and execution. Means here we can write your program and then next you can execute your program. As I said, it is supporting two different languages, that is Python and Java, mostly Python here. And then next third one, SDK, software development kit. So here it is used for local application development and allows the users to execute their test for their means their developed one for local applications or already uploaded application codes what you have done previously. If you go for the fourth one, administration console. So what it does here is he's taking the management of the user applications which are developed here. So here there is no need to maintain the physical resources here. What it is doing here, you're taking the virtual resources to be managed, to be accessed. So what it is doing is it is taking care of the development cycles of these users applications what they are doing here. And at last one, we are having web service infrastructure. So it provides special interfaces for guaranteeing the flexible use and management of these storage and network resources by GAE. And apart from these, we are having some another free services also, essential free GA services to the Gmail. So for this usage, what we need to do, so we can register our GAE account or use your Gmail account name to sign up the services. So whatever the services are, it is providing or free within some quota. It means it is providing initiation as a free one. If you are exceeding the free one, what it does is nothing but we need to pay for the service. Means it is also providing how to pay for the service also. Means it will give some instructions. You can if you want to avail the service what you are means subscribed or what you are choosing for to access, what it does is nothing but it simply give the process of a subscription and also allowing to access or to avail that one. To avail that thing, what you have to do is nothing but you need to download the SDK and read the Python or Java guide what you are providing to the means to get started the usage of that one. So here we need to know that what are the programming languages the GA will support here. So mostly it will support Python and Java, and as a web-based one, it is also supporting the Ruby also. So it is also providing some representations, that is I'm allowing only PAS services only. So the platform what you are using, that is GAE, won't allow the usage of the IAS services. So what you are using, the model what you are putting, that is model will allow the user to deploy their applications on the top of their cloud infrastructure, and whatever they deployed will be used by these built used by the programming languages what it has been supported. And these programming languages also can avail the software tools which are provided by the supported by the provider here. And if you go for the another one, that is another type of environment supported by these Amazon is using some IAS and the PAS services also here. And but GAE, that is Google App Engine, is supporting only the PAS here. And Microsoft Azure is there. So Microsoft Azure is using the model with the support of .NET framework here. So here the thing is the user no need to take care of these cloud infrastructure which is underlying there. Means what is the infrastructure it is using, how we are going to process all these things, it's not the important thing for the user. So what the thing they have to consider, they have to put in the mind is, this is the service given by the provider, I am using this one. So for using this one, you are using any type of the things, it's not been supported here. So whatever the provider is facilitating, means we have to avail that thing. Means the facilitates will be supporting your application development, and it is giving the tools for testing. And if you are going for any operating, means it is giving some operation supports also, and it is giving some data storage also. These are the things it is providing to access from your laptop or any from your end, without any storage or without anything. What it is doing is, it is taking into a virtual environment and allowing to you access these things. So the accessing of those things will be free for some time, and you want to access these things from the extreme, means if it is providing freely, means you only some services to be available for you. So you want to avail some extreme services by these providers, what we need to do is, we need to means go for the subscription, that is a pay for the service, or pay as you go, or pay for the use, like. So these usage, or these paying, after this paying you will avail these extreme services, means whatever you are paid will be given to you as a platform, that is you will choose to store your data, to run your application, to get the support for your application by providing some different tools here. And you want to go for any other applications, anything, what it does here, it is providing some consoles here, and it is providing some storage and network resources, interfaces to interact with the another one, and also giving some security process. And these are the modules we are having when you are compared, means when you are considering these Google app engine. And coming to the next one, applications. So we are having applications here. Here several applications, GIE applications included Google search engine, Google Docs, Google Earth, and the Gmail itself. It is representing. What these application do here is, it supports a large number of the users simultaneously, and it is not allowing any user to not be used by this time, like that. Many number of millions of the users can access these things at a time here. How is going to interact with this one? An user can interact with these applications through web interface, by the application what they are using. And also, as I said, third party applications will be there. So how they are using these applications, means they are providing an environment to build the cloud applications and to avail the services they bring. And it is not allowing any user to use the infrastructure of that one and to develop their own services on basis of that one. So if you consider any application, these all applications will run on these Google data centers only. And as I said, what these data centers represent is, there are many, that is, if you take an application, we can use the 200 Google data centers to run for this application. So for that, means what it is saying is, if you are processing to access the data center, then there is no any possibility of you can want to access like that. What it is doing is, it is completely supporting. So what are the applications it is support is, it can support many web applications also. And then next, it is also some supporting the storage devices, like to store the data. And after the storing the data, that how you are going to preserve, or how you are going to means access this, means the data what you are given is can be stored in the backend storage of the server, while we are providing, that is any accessibility, or we are going to provide the facility, means we can take the accessibility of querying about that thing and sorting that one, any transaction or anything. If you are using some traditional database, then it is having some sort of services, and is giving take for these advanced database, it is also providing some sort of the services which are based on that one. So also providing not also this thing, it also provides some specific servers here. So here, uh, if you are using some service, that is a Gmail account. So the Gmail account service, what it is doing is, what it is it is not providing the services as usually to the user. uh, Means what, to avail the services of the Gmail, what we have to take is nothing but we take the service is the login. Means we need to log in, and then the applications what you are chosen by these Gmail will be directly linked to your Gmail account and can avail the service here. Means here there is no need to buy any service here. So what you have to do here is to avail the services of the Gmail, we must log in. Means we need to create an account to avail the services of this the login what it is providing. So here in this application, how we are going to process here is, so whoever having the login ID with this Gmail, what they will do is nothing but they will provide the services of the Gmail. Here is they can access their G Drive, and they can go for the YouTube, and they go for some schedulers, some classwork is there, classroom it will be provided, and then next sheets are there, Google Docs are there, anything what it is having in your apps, and what it is doing, it is allocating to you to access for particular amount of the time only. Means if you are exit, means there is a trigger that if you want to access these things apart from your processing, what you need to do is nothing but you need to pay for that one. So if you go for the Google Drive, it is allowing from 15 GB. So if you want to avail this the data to store into your drive more than 15 GB, it is allowing an user to have to pay this amount to for this amount of their storage for this month or for this year, like that it is providing. Means it is taking the privilege to give that the access of your drive, and also storing your data onto the drive there, and also allowing to create the sheets, or all these things are allowed. So if you want to take any advantage or any extreme of that one, what it is doing is it is going to take the pay as you go. Means you want to use this service, we need to pay and have to access all these things what you are providing. What it is means, if you are providing any type of this environment here is, so the web applications what you are doing is, the web applications what you are choosing will be built on the top of the GAE environment, which can be used as the APIs for authenticating the users and sending the emails for using these Google accounts or the processings what you are having there. So these are the representations, these are the applications what you are having in this processings providing. And then, so this is the about some introduction to our Google environment, which is providing a cloud environment for accessing the elements, and there's some major blocks what it is providing to access the parts. And then next simple services what you are using in the day-to-day life, and how it is processing. And then next what are the services we are availing, what could be the free, and if you want to choose to access in the means in further way, how you are to process all these things, and what are the functional modules which are being used for this Google app engine are discussed. That is how it is, what are the storage it is accessing, and what are the environment it is providing to run your application, and what are the kits it is using, that is to test your plans. And then next, what are the consoling environment it is giving. So we are going to take avail the free services of your GAE, that is a Gmail. What is the Gmail providing, and some examples like Google Drive. You are having Google Docs, and the mainly important thing is the Google App Engine. What you are working or what you are providing is completely supporting the model, that is the PaaS one. So which is the platform based one only. So whereas coming to the others one, that is where you are choosing the that is Amazon. So Amazon is providing the infrastructure, whereas Google is providing the that is a platform based one. And then next coming to this platform based one, we are having Blue Cloud, WCA, RC2 from IBM. Microsoft is providing Azure, and sales force is providing force.com. So however it is, Google app engine what you are using, it provides a massive usage of your platform for supporting various cloud and web applications what you are having, by using some applications, and also some environments, runtime environments, programming environments like Java and Python, like that. And these are the some application. It also supports some web applications which has been used for processing all the things what you are having here. Thank you.